Yeah, I'm testing this live streaming, and I have to mute my PC, otherwise there will be a loop. There is about 3 to 5 second delay. I can't eliminate it. I don't know why they have it. It's not my internet. There's just a delay. Believe it or not, I have it on super low latency. There's a choice, and there's no way of taking that out. Okay. So I'm noticing there's some weakness in Microsoft. Let's go check out Microsoft this morning. So on the 30-minute, that makes sense. There's probably target 1 is right around here, 283. Target 2 is about 279, 278, which is this cluster here. We go on a 5-minute basis. Audio's okay over there? Anyone still there? Okay, good. So just know that there's a slight delay over there, so don't get whacked out. All right, there's a bunch of support at 280, 250 for today. If you lose that, you're coming down to 277 maybe 279 first. Oh, look at that, nice weak spot right here. As long as there's some strength in the IWM, taking those bids away from Microsoft, I'm totally cool with that. There is relative strength, but if you look in the IWM complex, it has its own problems. We have a couple of golden zones from prior extensions, sellers here, so a whole bunch of stuff. This is a recent range. So if you're new on the YouTube side, guess what? I'm streaming on 2 platforms. And if you're on YouTube and not part of my members, then this is new to you. Feel free to pop in with your ticker. I can't tell how many are in there, maybe 4 or 5 people, but I just posted it. I don't expect many people to be here this early. It is 5 o'clock for me in the morning. Yes, the one where it is dark outside. It is dark o'clock. I should have closed my door, probably waking up the whole house. So I'm noticing that. Hey Harry, are you a member? Good morning. I'm asking that because I had a full write-up for members, so I can tell you the ES right off the bat. Yesterday we identified a range. There it is, that orange. I said we should ping pong inside that range, and that's what we did. We bounced off of the low end, and we're bouncing off the high end. And even if we clear it, we have a couple of important lines, actually 4 or 5. The most recent fail, the resistance from the December. You remember in the last year, November and December, we had CPI spikes. They were the most idiotic rallies ever. And this was one of them. We have last August fail and this most recent February fail. So here's the important stuff on the futures, Harry. Okay, cool. Welcome. If you are interested in joining us, hit me with an email, okay? Or go to the website. If you're an active trader, I think you will love it. Because what we do is we have about 290 to 350 traders live every day. And we get together trying to trade this range. So the morning note had all these lines you were looking for. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. Okay, so the futures, this is the ES for you. I have not looked at the NQ today. Not a lot of people ask for it. I want relative weakness in the NQ. I'll tell you why. Okay, let me go back to the ES and then I'll tell you why. So this orange box and this line, this one. So let's go to 60 minutes. Take out all the lines. There we go. Okay. This spot, the NASDAQ already crossed this. That's a February fail of this year. They crossed it and they're coming back down to establish it for footing. So they went up here and they came back down to here. The S&P is still stuck. The IWM is basically the small caps. They're nowhere near that. They're stuck in the lower end of their recent range. So the IWM needs to break above 180. I think this is the IWM 180 in order to even get close to the upper end. So clearly we need rotation to drop the NQ, the NASDAQ, and take the bids away into something else. So yesterday we saw that happen. We had outperformance from the small caps, the IWM, the RUT, the RTY, whichever you track. And there was relative weakness in the NASDAQ, even though they shrugged off the weakness. Most notably was Tesla. Morning, everyone. I'm starting early because, folks, I'm talking to the members. I'm streaming live to YouTube. You don't need to be there because you're already here. And YouTube has like a 3 to 5 second delay, so it will annoy you. Just I'm entertaining some new people that chose to join us. Testing it out before the market gets crazy and open, and then we go back to making money with the gang. All right, so CM, I can't tell who that is. If you have other tickers, let's see, you had 2 or 3. The SPY and the Qs, I think I discussed all of them. So if you want to see the QQQ version of it, let's go to 2-hour chart. Fewer. See, this is February. See how they broke out? And they're trying to establish it as footing. They have a couple of weak points. So in my book, even if the Qs fall to like 305 or 4, they're still in the breakout mode. The neckline can be breached lower. In fact, it's probably heading to 304 on some BS headline soon. I don't know. Banks report earnings in a couple of days. Maybe they'll freak the markets out. Or maybe they'll give the markets the go-ahead to go. Wow, Microsoft, what's going on? Anybody? I don't listen to news. What, the ChatGPT offer a wrong answer? What an idiot market this is. $20 minutes ago, Goldman's 4 things. I don't know. Oh, that's probably what it is. Alibaba. What, did they think they were the only ones? Oh my God, this is such an idiot market. There you go, Harry, you're a fan. High five. Come join the gang, man. I think if you trade often and a long time, you're going to have a blast. Looking left, that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. So Microsoft technically has a harmonic. Target 1 is met already. Target 2 is 277. Why not come down and fill the gap to 75? This little guy right there. So if you're a believer in Fibonacci, you have a couple of extensions. You have one from here to here. halfway mark is like 256. What? Well, I'm just reading the tea leaves here. From here to here, halfway mark is like 270 to 69, which makes sense. Prior fail. Why not test it one more time and maintain this trend? So they're trying to bottom in a rounding bottom. So why not dip one more time and make a right shoulder to this, whatever this is. So check it out. I'm going to put an alert right here. What is this? 2 hour inverse. So 320 question mark, and I'll walk you through it. So they had a dip and a rally back to the neckline. They had a bigger dip back to the neckline. Why not have another little dip? Hold above 250 or 245. You would still have an inverse head and shoulders. Come back here and take that out. You would overshoot by how much? Technically from here to here. So technically it's 70 points. Let's not give it all that credit. Let's go just from here to here. 38 points. Somewhere around 330. So definitely upside potential. So people would be freaking out when it's falling into here. They'd be buying puts and exiting calls and whatever. And then it catches a bid and it rallies back and they can't believe it. They wait. And they wait too long. But if you buy the dip, then you don't need to chase it. All you have to do is get long tactically. Like, don't go all in. Tactically get long into weakness, into support. Like this zone looks supportive. So if I get long here via credit put spread, and then once it establishes some footing, I can add a call or a call spread. Then I'm long, and I can ride the breakout with runners. Okay. Stay in touch, Harry. Would love to have you among the group. Not everybody stays in the room all day, but they pop in and out. So, for example, we do same-day iron condors. And you don't need to be there all day as long as you can watch it all day on your end. But glad we're interacting here. So, all right, what tickers are you guys looking at? Harry had 3. We did them. I had 1. We just did it. Banks, anybody? Anybody trading banks ahead of their earnings? What's the sentiment out there? Are people scared? All right, let's go. Tickers. I didn't get up at 5 in the morning for nothing. Let's go. Kidding. I'm always up at 5 in the morning. I'm up at 3:50. Big? Okay, Peter. This came from I doubt it, Peter, but let's do it. A member, which is not on YouTube right now. Homes, boats, and travel. Hey, Jose. Upstart. I know you. First, let's do big. Long. What's your time frame on big? Oof, no way. Why? The Wall Street hates it. Wall Street hates it. Not for me. You're hoping it's done falling. You even lost this one, which is the pandemic. Definitely not for me. Something is wrong with this company. Stop investing in it. If you're stuck long, use strength to get out. All right, somebody's asking for Upstart first. I am long Upstart shares, about 30% stake of my usual total for owning shares. I have not added to it. I think the next earnings report will make it or break it. It's an explosive stock, but I think it's lost its luster. I'm concerned about their ability to grow. That's the only reason I was attracted to it. And looking at the sales, they're not going the way I want to. So I may be done with it. And I had a double on it. I didn't book it. The next spike that gets me back to evenish, I will get out. Okay, the TQQ Emron is just the same as the QQQ. It's in the breakout mode. It needs to fall and find footing. So if you want to look at my chart, Emron, from this morning, the write-up, it has the QQQ chart and comments on the chart. It'll be the same. 5 is up a little. 5%. Okay, 5 is up 5%. What? What's your time frame on 5? You know, it's like the only retailer that went belly up in my town. 5 is not for me, but I see why you're attracted to it. On a daily chart, it looks like a massive head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulders that could take it to 280. So I tell you what, if you're long based on that, you should be patient. So if you're owning calls, make sure they're longer term. I'm not chasing it because the way I see it, yes, this could be a breakout, but I think it could fall to 177 first. And that would be the buy the dip opportunity, or any drop into 180, 185 would be better than chasing it into a prior fail, especially when the fail goes back to November of 2021. The most bullish period I've ever seen in my entire life, in decades and decades of trading. I've never seen anything like it, not even the dot-com bubble. It's amazing. Boeing. So Boeing has been great for iron condors of late. Great of late. Okay, so first of all, on the daily basis, it's vulnerable to come back down to 180. Let's put that out of the way. Shorter term, it's choppy inside a rectangle. Usually rectangles, they call those consolidation. So what happens after? I might have lines. You see this box? We sold iron condor. Well, I suggested iron condors around that box so many times now, which scares me, because usually you ping pong inside of a box and then you explode out of it, up or down. So up here, I think it's vulnerable to come down towards 200, not necessarily to 200. And if you break out of 222, 223, you could get to 230. I would sell put spreads on bad days. I wouldn't touch it into earnings. Let's see when the earnings are. Okay, April 26th. So earnings are coming soon. It's a no touch for me. If it falls on earnings, I would catch the falling knife. How you can buy calls or call spreads if the fall is deep and it has support. I prefer selling panic. So if someone's panicking, I would sell them a put or put spread on a bad day. Okay, Roku. I'm long Roku. Actually, I just closed it. Went long on the dip. Sold a put, collected $100 per contract, and I think we closed it for 6 cents or 7 cents. So it was an easy win. Range bound, explosive rally probably above 69. A lot of support levels. One is 60, one is 58, one is 55. So if you get lucky and it falls into 55 on a bad day, start longs. I say start because if you lose 54, it could go to the 40s, and I would get long hard there because it would be probably when the markets are also falling. All right. And on the longer term for Roku, it still has a big recovery coming, you know? So the most important part, let me see if I can show it to us, is to get out of this descending channel, and they're swimming sideways to get out of it. But that's how you build a base. You fall inside of a descending channel, then you go sideways to build a base, and then you start building an upwards channel. So if you want to zoom out the big picture above 77 or 78, it could go to 100 or 110, but in a series of buy the dip ascending channel. So hopefully it's not like one large spike, because believe it or not, that would also hurt people, because most people that are stuck in it are selling covered calls, and most people will sell a covered call, they will get stuck. I had a conversation with somebody, actually someone in the chat room posted that they're enjoying the rally in crypto overnight, right? Which is what I suggested, to get long BITO around 1150. And they said that they got stopped out because, Ray, I see you. They got stopped out because of selling covered calls. That's the problem with these massive rallies. So they hurt on both ends. All right, next stock, DHR. Everybody's surprised that Bitcoin is over 30,000. We're not. I knew that 31 to 33 is the next battle, which is where we're at right now. And once you dip again and break through that, I think 42 to 45 is the one I would exit. And I'm long from the very bottom and shared it. Not only that, we shared the downside as well, from 60,000 down to 20. Okay. I'm not a fan of any real estate trades, but these stocks are resilient, so you have to respect it. I think they have buyers into 240, and the opportunity is above here, but I don't think it's going to happen easily. So they will need some sort of a headline reaction to earnings or something. You have the chance soon on earnings. So let's zoom out to a daily, weekly. See, this is incredible. I don't know how these stocks are holding up so well when... Oh, this is Danaher, not construction. Okay. I thought it was DHI. Okay, so I don't know what they do. Let's go check. Marketing, professional, medical, industrial. Okay, so on a weekly basis, you have a big, strong buyer. At the base, they just bounced off. Needless to say, if you lose that, you're coming down to here, but that doesn't look doable. So buy the dip into these green bars down below and set stops so you don't get caught in one of these massive drops. Like if you lose this, it's very easy to come down to here. This being whatever, 232. But this is a strong buyer. So if I know the company and I wanted to own shares, I would be selling puts into bad days. All right. Baba. I'm not touching Baba because the last two trades won, and I said I'm not touching Chinese stocks because of the extra Chinese headlines. I don't know what's going on politically inside of China. And today, I think Baba is causing Microsoft to lose some bids because they are starting their own AI segment or whatever. So Microsoft is falling. So to trade Baba, I would probably cash the falling knife in Microsoft. But we went long Baba at some point and shorted Baba, which played out well. It was iffy, but it played out. Technically, you have a seller here, that's super hard seller, and a buyer below here. If you take 121 out, you can get to 150. I said Alibaba would go probably to 200 if there was no political intervention from China, but I know nothing about the Chinese politics system. So inverse head and shoulders, taking that out would get you up here somewhere. So if you want to be long on dips for that potential, I don't blame you, but it's not for me. All right, UMC. Speaking of China, all the comments about the Chinese politics go into China. The reopening process for China was one of the reasons why I thought that the markets were underestimated, all the markets. When China reopened and explosion in virus infections and everybody freaked out, I said, you guys, this is just pain on the human level, but it's going to be, if they were locked up that tightly as they told us they were, then the reopening process, as painful as it was to humans, it's going to be an explosion to businesses. And I guess this is what you're seeing here. This here is not for me. It's going into a zone, and it's $7 of prior failure. It is definitely not an obvious entry point on that time frame. Shorter time frames, that's the same comment. It's going into prior fails. So if you look left, the last time you bought it here or here, you got hurt a little. Now, if you clear 65, or this guy at least, you could get a couple of dollars out of it. Lawrence, 1 second. We're streaming live, Lawrence. We're streaming live. We're on YouTube live. Say hi. So I do have, let's see, 28 people in my room. They're trickling in. I usually don't speak this early. They're wondering what the fudge is going on. Yeah, so today we decided to stream live to the world of YouTube. We don't have many people there. We have like 10 or 11 people, I think. Anyway, this is just a test to see if I can do it technically. And guess what? We can. Yay! And we're answering tickers. What is that now? 7, 8, 9? Gold. Harry, gold. Do you mean gold as in Barrick gold or gold the metal? I'll answer that in a minute. So we have HBI, Hanes. What does Hanes do? Whiskey? Apparel. Oh, that's the Hanes. Okay. Whiskey. Yeah. No, listen. You're not this. Why are you eating escargot? Are we out of chicken? No, there is no need to mess. Wall Street hates it. They're selling every rally. Oh, maybe this is the bottom, like this one or that one or this one or this bottom or that bottom or that bottom. You see my point? So huge volumes. If you know something about the business and you're taking a long because you see a bottom, stop out as soon as you don't see that bottom anymore. Exit immediately. If you lose that, exit immediately because you're buried. That stock is buried, and God knows how they're going to react to earnings soon. But why are we eating escargot? Are we out of stocks? No. Yeah, at least go with GoPro. At least GoPro goes sideways to a degree. See? Sideways. The other one is just never-ending toilet bowl. Hanes, was it? H-I-N? No. That's the other one. What was it? HBI. Yeah, see? This one is down, down, and down. The GoPro sideways. Like choppy inside of a range that's forecastable. So now if you're telling me you're going long GoPro, I'll say, yeah, hell yeah, it's on my watch list. Look, it's the first one because it's fun. And it's $5, so Harry, we lost Harry. Maybe we may have lost Harry. He asked about gold, so I'm not a fan of gold at these levels. Traded gold well for us recently. WBA is next. On the 2-hour time frame, I don't like it because it's going into a prior fail. You can see the ledge here. The bunch of sellers waiting here and here and here. So this is what they call overhead supply. I would be interested in it if it falls to 35 or lower. You fill this weakness down here. Come down into support and come back up and take this out to come to 37 and 39. So on a dip, yes. If you want to get long here, you're going into a prior fail. So you should be aware of it. I mean, it's not disastrous. Let me see. I'm pretty consistent. Here are my lines. So I would like support zone. It would be better to buy it on a dip. Let's see if we can get some shorter term things. Shorter term, you have the buyers in charge, but they're going to run into these sellers. So we'll see what happens. Soon, nope, no earnings soon, but that's good. AC Air Canada. So let me tell you, I don't like US airlines. I definitely am Air Canada. AC TSX, there we go. I'm definitely not a fan of airlines. This one looks pretty stable. So if you buy it in this zone, you have had okay results with occasional spikes. But make sure you don't lose 17.5 because you might lose this one. And if you lose this one, you're going down to the 14s. You do have sellers on the daily. You have short-term opportunities off of this breakout potential. So if you clear, let's say 1950, you can get $1 out of it, and then you run into these sellers at 20.5. And you need to not lose that because that will get you down here. All right, so that's on a 2-hour chart, 30 minutes. Yep, you see seller, seller, opportunity up if you take it out. Buyer, and opportunity to come to this buyer if you lose this. So ping pong inside these lines. Disney and K-Web. K-Web, I'm not interested. Everything I said at Baba applies to K-Web. So let's go to Disney. I closed my longs in Disney, which I recommended to the group, I don't know, a couple weeks ago when it was falling. Oh, I know why. Check this out. You're going to love this. Okay. When Disney was up here, I said it's shortable based on this. Look. And it applies one more time to the left. I copied this. I moved it over to here. And I said, wouldn't it be funny if Disney is going to trace that down? It did. And look at where it stopped. So on this day, I said, you know what? Disney hit my target, that red thing. I'm going to go long. And we did a credit put spread, bull put spread, whatever. We took an options trade that was bullish. My trades are mostly, I like to sell fear into people who are panicking and sell hope to people who are overly happy and have time just make me money. And that's what happened. After this rally, this trade went to maximum gains immediately. So what am I saying? They have sellers in the middle of this red thing. So as they approach 107, 108, they have sellers. The company has the best brand on the planet. There's not a person alive on the planet, including the Amazon, that doesn't know Mickey Mouse. Even if they don't have TVs, they probably have seen garbage come by. Hey, Harry, I appreciate you being here. So Disney above here and has a seller, but also if you take that out, you have a little burst, and then you have to deal with these sellers and these. So you could get to 106 as long as they keep buying the dip in an ascending channel. So this is an ascending at this time frame. Isn't there something like visible at this time frame or high visibility interval, current and below? So it doesn't show up when I go to the daily. So this is an ascending channel. If they keep buying the dips in there, they're going to be able to tackle these failing lines one at a time. It might have earnings soon. I think they shrugged off this political malaise. Bon matin, Marc. K-Web, I told you I'm not about to trade risk money on the Chinese economy because I don't know politically what's going on there. I've traded the FXI many times. I don't remember last time I traded K-Web. Your opportunity is to break out of 32 to get to 34, but the best way to play it is to get long on dips. If you have the courage to get long when everybody hates it into 29 and 28, that's the best. And stop out if you lose this, because you're probably going to 23 if you lose that. So you're in the middle of a range. If you buy calls or you get long, you're guessing up. If you get short, you're guessing down. Either way, you don't have any clue. So the best way to play it is through options. Small expense out of pocket, small risk, and a decent reward. I don't know why it would rally from here versus fall. It would follow the market, I would imagine. But which market? Okay. So you have buyers and sellers. You're ping-ponging. WFC. There's no need for me to tell you anything about WFC. Guess why? Because on Friday they will report earnings, and it is a coin flip. What? It is always a coin flip. But here's the thing. Couple of things. Banks don't usually respond well to earnings, but maybe this time it's different because everybody was freaked the fudge out. Maybe now they have no bad news to deliver. Therefore, there will be a relief pop. So if you twist my arm, I would get long Wells Fargo into these lows. And we did trade banks on the fall. I sold naked puts in Schwab, even at FRC, believe it or not. But I exited because I don't want the coin flip of the earnings. So I booked my profits and walked away. I lost money on JP because I was long not long. I had an iron condor, a very tight iron condor. That was going to be fine. And then the banking crisis came out, and of course it wasn't fine. 40, 42, they're going to be sellers. If it gets to 44, it's too late getting long for a short term. But I would not short the stocks. And this is a decent trade, but the risk is, keep this in mind. This is a longer term risk comment. If they don't clear 42, this is a two if statement. If they don't clear 42 and then come back and lose this low, which I can't imagine how they could lose a low like the one that was set in March, then they get to 28, which is not my scenario. If it falls into 30, 36 or 34, I would sell puts, because here, add alert. Sell puts into the financial crisis, not crisis. So I know which one it is. What a BS move that was, right? Okay. DFS, I don't know what that is. Oh, another bank. Yeah. Don't know much about its fundamentals. Technically, you have a giant box. You have super strong buyers here and sellers scattered. So if you went long into this zone, you did well. Don't know much about them though. Technically, you have an opportunity here to get you to about 106. If you're long, I understand. If you're looking to get long, I also understand. You should just make sure that you know that earnings are coming. When? Like today? No, soon. Earnings are coming soon. So, and it may move along with other banks reporting this week. Suarez, you're welcome. What is your ticker? Oh, you already gave me yours. Air Canada. We have a lot of Canadians among us. If you're Canadian, you'll fit right in. If you want to reach out, you can reach out to me. And if you want to subscribe, you can. The gang is not all there. We only have, how many? 45 people in the live room. If you just came into the live room, we are live on YouTube with millions of users. No, we don't have millions. We have like 8. Verizon. I've covered Verizon over the weekend. I know for a fact. I'm not a fan up here on the 2-hour chart. I'm a fan of owning shares and not looking at them much. When you buy them at the lows below 40, because it pays almost 7%. And if you look at it from a long-term perspective, this company cranks out the cash. This is the Apple of cell phones. Everybody overpays and everybody loves it that uses it, and they think that they're above everybody else, which is not true. But perception is reality. Same with Apple. They love it and they don't mind paying extra. They feel like it's an exclusive club. And the company cranks out billions of cash a quarter. So that dividend is, quote, safe. I don't mind it. Anything below 40, I think, is attractive as long as the markets don't crash. All right, we got 46 people filing in for the live room, and they're confused. What are we doing? Why are we speaking so early? I usually don't speak until 6:30 my time, which is in about 40 minutes, 50 minutes. Netflix, all in, Ron, all in. Just liquidate everything. You're welcome, Saga. No, Netflix. Let's see. So here's the weekly on Netflix. Just look at it from a simple perspective. This is, every candle is 1 week. What can we say? It's in the hands of the buyers for weeks, for months. Since last summer, higher lows, higher highs, this channel. All right. Now, they're coming into a massive battle zone around 400 from its massive crash. So eyeball, this is a little less than 50% of the crash. So that's where the sellers come in. That blue line is probably the 200. I can't remember. I keep changing them. Yeah, that's the 200. So comments about weekly VWAPs or whatever are going to be coming in now. The machines are looking to continue this trend, but they have to respect the sellers. Look at the indecision here. These are a whole week. Open and close exactly the same spot. So if you were to pick a level, it's 385. And look, it's not a coincidence. 380, 378, almost exactly. What? Okay. What is this line here? 385. I'm going to put this line and call it weekly doji during the crash. Okay, and we're going to say coordinates 0 or minus 1000 to 500, and we're going to make it look something weird. This guy and this guy. And let's see where it looks. So I picked up on one candle right there in January of 2022, and I expanded it left and right. Check this out. Look at how many times that candle has been pivotal for this stock. Okay, and so I have to respect it going forward. So let's go back to it. It's that one candle right there. It's actually 384 and change. And weeks and weeks and weeks it was a battle zone. Coming back into it, that it's not going to be easy. So this is your catalyst. You take this out, you get the 460, 480 on a weekly basis. You can't trade this by buying calls because you'll get blown out with time. So now you have to time your entries. If you lose 332, you could get an entry opportunity either at 320 or 310. What? Yeah. So inverse cup and handle, that will bring you down to here, which would trigger this one, which brings you down to here. So which brings you to a good base. It doesn't have to go to the base, but that could happen. And if it does, that's your entry point. And everybody would be telling you it's not a good stock, but this is where you do homework. If you take this out, you get the 364. So we zoomed in from high time frames to lower time frames. I'm all in, Lawrence. I'm all in. Just, remortgage the house, the car, the kids, sell everything you got. Sell your clothes on Poshmark if you have that kind of clothes. Whew. All right. YouTube. We're doing this special today, testing my abilities to stream on YouTube. We stream every day. My screen is visible every day to 300 people. Sometimes 350. So join the gang. If you need to reach me, you see my email in the chat. Royal Flush on, yeah, definitely go all in on a Royal Flush. Unless you're playing some weird game that has 5 of a kind. Right? That beats a Royal Flush. Give me tickers. Not you, chat room. Well, you could. But YouTube. Let's go. Who's new in YouTube? Hit me. Tesla. What do they do? Oh, they make some sort of a car. I get it. WWE. That stuff is fake. Stop watching. Tesla has support and has resistance. I tell you. 165 solid support. 176 solid support. That was the bounce yesterday. Lose 176, you will probably lose 165, which will get you down to a good buying opportunity below 150. Not necessary, but it's there. See? Versus all the upside opportunity. Tesla have a huge problem around above 210, like the whole area. That's the neckline. You muted chat room. What do you mean? That I don't understand that, Lawrence. That's above my pay grade. Explain yourself. Okay, you got Tesla? WWE. Whoa. Oh, okay. I'm funny. I'm funny looking. No, I'm not funny looking. I'm okay. But I'm definitely not funny. A merger with the UFC. Okay, so what are you asking me at WWE? What do you want me to do with this? Chase it? No, you chase it. I used to be so handsome. Yes, that was the comment from my mother. Oh my God. Yes, no. What? You know what? This was a great time to buy it. And this time, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It was not a great time to buy it. So take this comment. It could go to 150. Take that comment. You couldn't catch me chasing it because, first of all, I don't trade meme stocks. The business is a joke from a standpoint of a competitive. It's not competition, but they have fans like you wouldn't believe. So don't short it. If you believe in its business, buy the dip into the neckline. So either the 90 or the 84-ish. Then you can ride it back up and you won't be chasing like a mad person. But to buy it here, I mean, you're definitely hoping for more upside. And you could get a lot of money. So don't stop out on my end. I'm just telling you, this is not for me. How about this? This is not an obvious entry point. You believe in making money. You told me about it a week ago. Okay, so what do you want me to say? A week ago, you mean when? Give me a date. A week ago from today was the 4th. Did you buy it? Did you get long? What did I tell you? I probably said it's a headline stock. I know nothing about it. I'm not chasing it, right? I didn't say it's not a good idea. I'm saying this is not an obvious entry point, and it's still correct. If you're a momentum trader where you can jump in and out and based on headlines and keep up with the meme traders out there, go for it. That's not my forte. I study charts. I know them inside out. I know where I can make money easily, and that's what I'm chasing. Easy money. This may be easy money or maybe a disaster. Okay, perfect. You got 10%, 12%. I got 20% yesterday on Iron Condors, basically. Just a joke, but anyway. Easy work. This is not very easy, and it's definitely nothing I enjoy. It's about fun too, right? It's not all about money. Okay, YouTube, give me tickers. Come on, you're slacking. Somebody had another ticker. EDR. What does EDR do? So there's no easy entry here. You have a super spike that failed and a super drop that bounced also failed. So we're stuck in the middle of a very violent range. And it seems like it does that often. What the fudge is this? What is this one? Operates as an intellectual property content event. Oh, Jesus. Talk about ambiguous. Okay, P&L, I guess. Just trade the range however you can. Get long in this below 22 and exit above 24. This is the owner of the UFC? No. We're still talking about WWE. This EDR is the owner of the UFC? Okay, so no. I sent out a trade on Snow, I believe, right? Okay. Support below, and it's a big zone of support. So if it falls into 136 or below 137, I think it will find buyers. And if it falls anywhere below 132, I think it's a long with conviction. and a breakout of this failing point would get you up here, but it's going to be a tough slog. There are a lot of sellers. So I'm long Snow as of recently VI credit put spread, I'm pretty sure. And it's working. And I don't remember the numbers. Was it 125? I may even have sold naked puts for myself. But definitely support. And you can trade that support using options. Chasing it up. If you're looking to own it as a business, it looks like it has a good P&L. So investment-wise, it's an okay investment. I wouldn't go all in because if the market's correct hard, then this one will also fall with it. So leave room to add. Don't go all in. Missed what? Snow? It's not too late. If they lose this little guy right there at 141, they might give you an opportunity at 136 or 4 or even 32. But I think the market would need to be falling, which is entirely possible. Okay, what else we got? We have 9 more minutes, and then I'm ending the YouTube thing, and then I'm shutting myself up in the live room, my live room, our live room, because I need water already. It is dark o'clock here in California. UNG, tell me it's not down today, because we're long. How much is it now? 7. Excellent. So went long to UNG. We had one bad day in it, and then it rallied. So it is a profitable trade. I think those who bought shares, they bought it at 670, so they have profits. They had quite a bit yesterday. Those who sold puts, like me, I took some off, most off. So I made, let's see here, if I give you the percentage. I collected, I think, 23 cents or 28 cents. I can't remember. Let's go with 23 cents, right? So if I made... So like 2% worth of the stock price in premiums. So we created income out of thin air, basically, worth 2% almost. And it delivered 50% of the maximum gains, 40 to 60, depends on what you did. And I took the advantage of that spike. We've had spikes before. I think I did circles on it. Yeah. So we've had big spikes before. So this is a lunatic stock. And the easiest way to trade this was to just buy the shares. And I think it was at 6.7. And then it had this dip, and then it recovered and went up to here. Now, if they can clear 720, I think they can get another 50 cents out of it. Enphase is attractive. It's on my list. You'll see it here. See right there. I've been watching it. I've been keeping people out. So we traded background. If you're not from the group, by the way, we have a group that's sitting in another room. We're up to 72 people right now, but we have about 300 here. You want to see a peek? Let's see here. Transition. See that on YouTube? That's a gang. Attendees. Okay, so we traded Enphase very well over the last, I don't know, 6 months, I think. And now it's in the hands of the sellers inside of a descending channel trying to find the right footing. And I think they lost an important footing somewhere up here. So into 230, 240, it's a neckline that they need to recover. So as long as they're not at 220 at least, and definitely not above 230, they're going to be selling rallies. And so maybe the bottom is 160, not where it was. So look for the next couple of weeks to see if they can lose 180, 181, because if they do, then the entry point will be below 170. I don't mind getting long here, but if you go long all in, you may be jumping the gun a little bit. Look, you can see it. Lower lows and lower highs. This could have been it. Maybe. Let's hope. And if that's the case, the first sign of relief of that is above here. Then you have to deal with this guy, but at least these two pass fails would be out of the way. So if you twist my arm, I will go long via a credit put spread, or maybe a call or a debit call spread, partial entry. But it does have earnings soon, and I don't know how it reacts to earnings. PayPal, I like it. I go long on dips. Where to find the YouTube stream? Stefan, you wouldn't be missing much. You'd be watching my screen 3-second delayed. Here, I'll give you the YouTube stream. There's a slight delay on YouTube. Oh, to share, there, right there. I just put it there. I appreciate it. Upstart, I covered already this morning. We'll cover it again later. Basically, we're stuck. PayPal. I'm a fan of PayPal on dips. I would sell naked puts when it falls. Right now, it has a giant range it's ping-ponging inside of. Iron condors would have worked. Selling a put, buying a call would have worked. If it comes back down to this area, I will sell a lot of puts in it. This stock fell out of control like it was going out of business when the P&L is awesome. And I finally figured it out. It and Square were falling tick for tick with Bitcoin. So in case you haven't heard, Bitcoin is over 30,000. Yay! Go Beto. One of my biggest wins this year, by the way. Forta Group. A lot of sellers into 77, a lot of sellers into 79. If you take either of those out, each one will be a small catalyst. Take out 79, you probably get to 82. But more importantly, you would shrug off a descending channel. All these purple lines above are tough lines. So if I'm long and it gets into 81, I'm exiting. This was a neckline we kind of saw coming. This was a range that was important from before. They respected it. That's super important. But then as you approach to the upper end of it, it becomes difficult. So that's PayPal on a 2-hour. 30 minutes, so shorter time frame. You can see the opportunity above here, right? PayPal might move with banks. If banks pop, PayPal might be 79 or 80 by next Wednesday, maybe. All right, we have 3 minutes left. Maybe we can sneak in one more ticker. AMBA. Okay, AMBA. If you're new, you don't know who I am. My name is Nick on YouTube. We have a group of traders. They're about 300 strong every day, watching screens and trading live every day. We trade the S&P, the futures, the crypto, everything. And Linda says, good morning, lovely people. I'm the famous Linda. She is famous. Everybody's famous in our room. 300 people, super chill. Super chill. Amberella. So is this still a GoPro trade? I don't like how the sellers have it. So they're selling rallies. Assume they will sell the next rally. I think there are sellers into 73. I would not get long into 74. If they take this out, maybe that's the sign that they're done coming down. Lower lows, lower highs. The sellers have it. Respect that. Let's see if we can find levels that are important. Okay, so this is about 50%. You see the ledge right there? I'm eyeballing Fibonacci levels right there, 50%. It is important to get back above $77. Losing my voice at exactly the right time. So YouTube, thank you for being here. Time for you to go about your day. Be on the lookout. Email me. And stay in touch. Let me know if you're interested. I'll send you more information about it and what we do. Who can benefit? Anyone. You don't have to be an active trader. I write up trades that don't need you to be in the live room. And the trades are easy to take. If you want to learn options or charting or just be exposed to that, we have an excellent group for that. And I'm not boasting, that's a fact. You can join and judge and leave if you don't like it. All right, YouTube, we're going to end the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks for being here. If you don't subscribe to the YouTube channel, it's very easy. It's youtube.com/ Simple Stocks. That's me. And subscribe to the channel and put the bell. I bet you if I go live again, it'll alert you. You love the logo? Hashtag Simple Stocks. I like it. Yeah, that was a rebrand of late. Come for the jokes, stay for the levels. That is great. I love it. All right, cool. Can't wait to see you there. I'm gonna rudely interrupt the YouTube live stream. I don't know. I should like put some exit window with some music or something. But instead, I'm just gonna kick you all out. I appreciate your time. Later. Bye.